Let's start building our model for our game view. And once we do that, we will clean up here a little bit and start using our model. And also we will talk about the game logic and what we want to happen on each click on the board. So I'm clicking Command N for new. I'm going to create a SwiftUI file. And this one is going to be game view model. And this part is not needed. And struct I will just convert to final class game view model, and this is gonna be of conforming to observable object. This is not needed as well. So let's close the left panel to give us some more space to work. And what we want to do here actually to transfer some of the parts from our game view. Currently, if we go to our game view, we have these columns. It would be better to take it from here and put this in our new view model. So our view is clean from all this. And what we can do here is just get rid of this. And first of all, we need to gain access to our view model so that we can access all the parameters of it. So I'm going to say at observed object var view model, and this is gonna be type of game view model. And if you pay attention, we are not using the way we did for our home view, because here we initialize our home view in a model inside our home view, and we call that a state object, while in our game view we call this observed object, and we just state that the type is game view model. And the reason we do this is that the game view model will be initialized before we move to our game view, because there are things that needs to be set up before our game view is presented. So we are going to initialize game view model inside our home view. Actually, now it's throwing us an error because we initialized a game view, this view here, without passing a view model, which is a type of game view model. So it's complaining here that we need to initialize game view model. I can click on the fix here and it will pass the new value here, and we can simply initialize the new value. There are no parameters we need to pass because here in our game view model we don't have any uninitialized variables or properties. There is only a columns right now, and it's initialized with an array of grid items. So if you command B to build our project, the error should go away, at least on the home view, but we still have an error on our game view, and the reason is we are accessing columns. Right now it no longer exists, and to fix that, now our columns are moved to our game view model. So to gain access to that, I can just say game view model dot columns, and right now if I click on Command P one more time, all the errors should go away. At least that's the idea. So let's see what error we have here. In our game view preview here, we are missing our argument of game view model. Here we can pass a game view model and initialize it just to get rid of the error. This part actually is not really needed anymore, but you can pass this just in order to get rid of the errors. And let's quickly test. Actually, I'm going to test from now on my simulator. So let's run our application and make sure everything is still working the way it used to work before. I click play. This brings us the game. there is not much I can do here apart from clicking, which prints out our position, and quit button does another printout. So our view is here, it continues as working as before. So our view model is set correctly and it's functioning properly. So what we can do is, actually let's take care of this quit button, because it's quite easy to do. We need just get to access to our presentation mode, and once we click on a quit, we can just tell our presentation mode to dismiss. To do that, we're going to access environment, and we want to get our presentation mode. And this will be var mode of type binding presentation mode. So I will access my mode here, which is our presentation mode from our environment, our application environment. And we need to do that in our quit button press. So I will get rid of the print. And now instead of that, I will just say mode dot wrapped value dot dismiss, and this should dismiss our view. Let's quickly try this out. So I go to play and let's click quit, and it dismisses our view, and we can click on play again. So we are done with our quit button for now, at least. And next step will be our game logic. We are going to talk about what steps we need to take each time our user presses any of the button, and what we need to check before we can actually change any UI.